You may all be seated. Welcome everyone. It's the big day, Jamie and Clay's wedding. Few quick notes. I know I already said it, but feel free to take pictures, but James is a way better photographer than any of you, so leave that to him. And yep, we're going to stick around after the ceremony for a big group picture. Most importantly, please laugh at my jokes. I've been practicing in front of my chihuahuas all week, and they're the harshest critics. Not everyone can say that they have the most incredibly smart, talented, good-looking, and humble sibling. And I'm so glad that Jamie gets to say that about me. All right, now that the one thing Jamie wouldn't say, and something that I agree with, is that public speaking is a favorite pastime of mine. When Jamie and Clay asked me to officiate their wedding, I was so deeply honored, and I'm very excited to be able to be up here in front of you guys today. This is one of the biggest and happiest days of both of your lives, and to be standing here with you two is such an honor. Jamie, KJ, and I have been best friends since childhood. We have lived our entire lives together. That was why it was so hard to not turn this into a 10-minute roast of Jamie. Where I would spill all of her embarrassing secrets from our childhood, like the time when she stole our car, our parents' car when she was 14 to go get snacks. She did not end up getting the snacks, but she did end up totaling the car. Don't worry, I was able to trim it down and keep the roasting to a reasonable level. Now that some of these jokes are out of the way, we can get a little sad. To prepare for this speech, I wanted to talk to people I consider to be role models for happy, healthy, and loving relationships. Unfortunately, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift didn't return. Fortunately, I did get to talk to Clay's parents and to my parents, whom we can all agree exemplify these qualities. They gave nearly the exact same answers, and I'm going to share those with you here today. The first piece of advice I got was on how important it is to be a loving sounding board and a confidant to each other. Jamie and Clay have been doing this since the day they met. Andrew was the first person to introduce them while they were in college, so let's take a second and give it up for Andrew. While I wasn't there for much of the beginning of their relationship, I imagine them talking for hours and making each other laugh. And I know they continue to do this as they went from friendship to relationship to partnership to all of us standing here today. The next piece of advice I was given is to be with somebody whose personality and lifestyle complements yours and yours complements theirs. Jamie and Clay are very different people, but their personalities complement each other perfectly. And the living embodiment of their perfect pairing is their dog, Yuki. Yuki is tender, like Jamie, but he's also a little wild, like Clay. He enjoys a nap on the couch as much as a hike through the woods. And Yuki loves everyone he meets and is quick to give his warmth and attention in the same way that everyone who meets Jamie and Clay feels seen and loved. What a beautiful family these three have, and what beautiful families you are uniting here today. The next piece of advice I got was to support each other's strengths and weaknesses. Now, I would never bring up Clay's weaknesses on the day of his wedding. I'm above that. That's why I'm not going to talk about the fact that Clay can't eat salt or hot sauce. However, I'm not above bringing up Jamie's weaknesses on the day. An area of weakness for Jamie is finances. It's amazing that these two chose to get married here in Las Vegas. The last time that Jamie was out here, she lost all, and I mean all of her money at the craps table. First, she called our parents, begging them to wire her some money so she could get back home, and maybe hit the crap table one more time. Now my parents know Jamie, and they have seen this exact situation play out before. The last time this happened, Jamie was on a high school trip to France. A teacher called to let them know that Jamie had spent all of her money in Paris on shoes and clothing, and was effectively stranded. So they reluctantly wired her some money. So when she called from Vegas, my parents were already battle scarred and prepared. They ignored her calls. Jamie's next move was to call Clay and ask the same question. Clay also declined to send her. In fact, Clay says that this was the first time he ever said no to Jamie. Now, what I love about this story is that it shows that even early on in their relationship, they were able to set boundaries with each other. They give each other strength and help each other overcome their weaknesses. In fact, very recently, Clay helped Jamie overcome one of the most challenging, emotionally taxing transitions she's ever been through. Getting off of my phone plan and onto her. The next piece of advice I got was the importance of compromise. As some of you may know, Clay made a big compromise when he allowed a third person to enter their relationship with Jamie. And they play a very important role in their lives. Talking, of course, about Taylor Swift. Clay listens patiently and endlessly as Jamie cries and cries about how she loves him. Another area where I see compromise is regarding tidiness and organization. Clay walks patiently alongside Jamie, making sure the lights stay on and the messes get cleaned up. And Jamie brings excitement and spontaneity to the life of our type A Clay by throwing out plans out the window and encouraging him to let go and have fun. The next piece of advice I got was to support each other always. Growing up, both of our families put great importance on supporting one another. Clay used to spend hours trying to teach Kylie how to be a skateboarder. Kylie hated it, but Clay insisted it would be really cool, so she tried her best. In return, Kylie would be the extrovert for Clay and order food for him when he was too shy to talk to the waiter himself. The Damons grew up doing work around their ranch, also known as illegal child labor. While I'd like to say that we all did equal amounts of work and support each other in that way, we didn't. I definitely hauled more hay than either of my sisters. But we did emotionally support each other when we needed to vent about how our parents were mercilessly working us to the bone. They both carried this trait of always being the bleachers, of always cheering each other on into their relationship. One of Jamie's favorite memories of Clay is providing a little solidarity for her during her late nights as a bartender. She'd work until the wee hours of the morning, and he'd wait up at her house for hours until she got home, just so he could listen to her and support her after a long day of work. He also supported her as she left difficult jobs and will continue to support her as she pursues her dreams of becoming a yoga teacher and forces all to do downward dogs. And in every way that Clay supports Jamie, Jamie supports Clay back with equal love, patience, and kindness. Anyone who has been around these two know that they are just made for each other. The next piece of advice was to laugh often. Growing up, we were obsessed with fire. Jamie, KJ, and I used to burn Jamie's Barbies at the stake, and then do sacrificial dances around the fire while we watched them burn, laughing the whole time. Another favorite was when we would play the most dangerous game. We would give Jamie a 1-minute head start into the woods, then KJ and I would hunt her down with airsoft guns, and we would laugh until our sides ached. Our parents would laugh along nervously, and are still relieved to this day that we didn't turn out to be psychopaths. As far as I know, Jamie and Clay don't play sacrifice or the most dangerous game, but I do know that they will go out of their way to make each other laugh until they cry, and then laugh even more. The last piece of advice is the importance of remembering what brought us all here together today. Love. I have one more story to tell about Jamie. If Jamie doesn't know this, this is one of my favorite memories of her. Jamie loves love. So when I was getting Lexi's engagement ring made, I let Jamie in on the secret. Jamie, as some of you know, isn't the best at keeping secrets. Combine this with the fact that Jamie has so much love and excitement within her, it was no surprise that that secret did not last long. A few weeks later, Lexi mentioned to Jamie that she hoped to have Jamie as a sister one day. Jamie, who had had a few libations and spilled the beans. My big surprise engagement was out of the bag. Jamie not only cracked under the most vague mention of marriage from Lexi, but she also willingly offered up all the other details and then begged Lexi to not tell me. Jamie was just so excited for us, and it's a testament to how much love she has to give to the people in her life. Clay loves the people in his life in equal measure and with the same enthusiasm, although he's a little bit better at keeping secrets. And these two love each other more than anything else. Now, before I wrap up, I have one confession. In the beginning of the speech, I told a little white lie. I said that I was Jamie's best friend. And while this is still true in some ways, I've been replaced. Jamie's best friend, closest confidant, and partner for life, rightfully so, is Clay. And I'm so excited to now begin your official union. Do you, Clay, take Jamie to be your partner from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in her? Will you bring out the best in her, share your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this life and whatever may come next? I do. And do you, Jamie, take Clay to be your partner from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in him, share in your happiest moments together, and love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and whatever may come next?
I do.
In celebration of this union, you two may now kiss.